What's up, you guys? It's Sarah, and welcome back to another What I Eat in a Week. I've been obsessed with watching them recently, so I decided to make one since it's been a while, so here it is. I'm going to start off by saying two things. Number one, this isn't everything that I ate this week. It's like an approximation because I probably didn't film all my snacks, and I also eat at least like 2 servings of all my main meals, so yeah, but I didn't film everything because that's a lot of work. Number two, I repeat a lot of my meals because I'm kind of lazy and I don't want to cook all the time because it's too much work, so I just kind of eat the same thing and then I just change it up with spices and different sauces. So yeah, with that being said, let's just get into it. We're going to start off on a Friday. So me and my parents and Nydia were driving to university to start the new semester, so as a mid-morning snack I ate some banana bread. I also had banana bread and some granola that I'll show you guys later for breakfast, but I was super rushed in the morning so I didn't have a chance to film that. But I made that banana bread and I'll link the recipe in the description. It was super good. Then for one of our pit stops we went to my aunt's house and she made me this salad. There's this grain in it, I forget what it's called, but if I remember, I'll put it on the screen. Then there's some sweet potato, some celery, some carrot, and some chickpeas, as well as some other things. And she also made this like toasted panko breadcrumb topping, which was actually really good. Then on the road, I had the rest of this banana bread because I was pretty hungry in the afternoon, and I ate all of it. It was so good. And we also got stuck behind this train, so that was really annoying and really sad. For supper, I ate leftovers of that salad just because we didn't have a microwave or anything, and this is me trying to film it, but it didn't really work. Then when we finally got home, I ate some of that granola that I made myself actually. It's like this chocolate one. I'll also link the recipe in the description. Had it with some almond milk, of course, and this is the best granola ever. I love it so much, so definitely try it out. On Saturday, I forgot to film my food, so this is me sadly eating like the last half of it. It's some wild rice with some green beans, some tofu, I think that is, yeah, and some carrots, but those aren't there. And this is kind of what I was eating. It doesn't look very good, but it tasted decent, and I put some soy sauce and stuff on it, I think. I can't remember. Then I went rock climbing and I had some granola when I came back. This is the same granola as well as some almond butter and almond milk, of course. For supper I had some smoked tofu, which I love. This is one of my favorite types of tofu. And I ate that with some spaghetti. This looks like kids' food, honestly, and green beans, but I also forgot to film it, so this is like the last half of my meal. I also had it with some nutritional yeast and everyday seasoning. On Sunday, I wasn't super hungry in the morning, so I just ate an orange, and I had some more granola, of course, with almond milk because that's just a classic. Then I actually decided to cook something for lunch, so I started off just by frying an onion and some garlic in a pan with some olive oil. Then I added, I think, 3 peppers. I'm pretty sure it's a red, yellow, and possibly an orange bell pepper in there. Not really sure. I fried that off for a bit. And then I took that off the heat and fried off some mushrooms. I put definitely too many mushrooms in there, but they shrunk down, so it was fine. Then I put most of that to the side, and then I added some peppers into the pan. And then I crumbled up a little bit of tofu and made a little tofu scramble. And the spices I added were some garlic powder, some onion salt, some seasoning salt, and some paprika. And I just kind of mixed everything together and let it sit for a bit. After I took that off the heat, I added the peppers back onto the pan and I added some paprika and stuff just so I could give that a little bit more flavor. And then I took that off and then I ate my lunch. I put the tofu scramble onto some whole wheat tortillas and I probably ate like 5 of these, maybe. Honestly, I don't really know. I also put some nutritional yeast and everything but the bagel seasoning on it from Trader Joe's, and that seasoning is so good. I love it. For supper, I had some more of that little spaghetti noodles with spaghetti sauce topped with nutritional yeast, and I also had green beans and smoked tofu on the side. And then for the rest of the week, I decided to cook some sprouted rice and quinoa blend from Costco, I think, so I just soaked it for a bit and then I cooked it in the rice cooker. And I also prepped my breakfast. I put 2 cups of steel cut oats into a pot with 1 cup of almond milk and 2 cups of water. I also added some of this Hershey's cocoa powder and I spilt it everywhere. cooked on the stove the way you normally cook oats, and that was my breakfast for the rest of the week. Now it's time to Monday. I heated up those oats that I cooked the night before, and then I took my supplements, so I take B12 and vitamin D. Poured some almond milk on my oats and also topped it with some apple slices that I also spilled and some almond butter. For snacks that day, I packed an orange and some apple slices, some chickpeas, pistachios, and almonds. And the chickpeas that I ate were from the company The Good Bean from Costco, and I eat these all the time. I also packed this little quinoa cookie thing, also from Costco. This is the packaging, if you're wondering. Then for lunch that day, I had some tofu scramble, topped with nutritional yeast again, and some roasted potatoes and barbecue sauce on the side. Kind of weird combination, but it's just the food I had in the fridge. In the afternoon, I decided to make some more granola because I ran out, so I made this other recipe that I'll also link in the description. This one wasn't as good as the chocolate one, but it was still pretty good. Halfway through, I just took it out and tried to flip it, but I don't think I put enough maple syrup because, as you can see, it wasn't flipping very well. And this is how it turned out in the end. I did burn it a little bit because I put it on broil and then I forgot that I put it in, so it's a little bit brown on top, but it still tasted good. For supper that day, I had the very last bit of the tofu scramble and I put some wild rice in it because, I don't know, I wanted to fill up the taco a bit more. And then I was still hungry, so I had some more rice, peppers, and smoked tofu on the side. And I put some barbecue sauce and tahini on that. Classic combination. It's kind of weird, I guess, and this is the seasoning. On Tuesday, I had some more oats, almond butter, and apples. Classic breakfast. And the night before, I packed some spaghetti. This is the spaghetti noodles, chickpeas, and some mushrooms. And I just heated that up for 4 minutes, and then I put it all into my thermos. For snacks that day, I packed these Made Good bars from Costco. I eat these all the time. A banana, another one of those cookies, and an orange with like 5 apple slices. For a snack that day, I had some rice cakes topped with a banana, some almond butter, and some granola, and that was actually the best snack ever. It was so good. And then I still kind of wanted some more granola, so I had some with almond milk, apples, and I topped it with almond butter, and that was a really good combination. For supper, I cooked something again. I started by frying off an onion. Then I added some green beans and some peppers. I don't know how much was in there, but I really stuffed the pot. But as usual, vegetables shrink a lot, so it was fine. I added some soy sauce, some garlic powder, and possibly some paprika, not 100% sure, and then I also just steamed some broccoli. So for supper, I had some chickpeas, some smoked tofu, the vegetables that I cooked, as well as the wild rice topped with some tahini, which is my favorite. I love tahini so much. On Wednesday, surprise, surprise, I had the exact same breakfast, except this time I had it with a banana, so I guess it was kind of different. I microwaved my lunch for the day. This time it was just some wild rice, mushrooms, chickpeas, and some green beans. For snacks, I packed a granola bar, a banana, and I packed 2 dates that I stuffed with some almond butter. Got home and I had some granola with a banana as a snack because I just love that. Put some almond milk on that, of course, classic. And then for supper, I decided to cook these tempura things that we got from Costco. They're squash, sweet potato, and eggplant tempura, so it's kind of a weird combination, but I don't know, it's pretty good. I've never had real tempura, so I don't know how to compare it to that, but this is what the packaging looks like, and the sauce from this is actually amazing. This is what they look like when they came out of the oven. Nice and crispy, and they were really good. I like them a lot. For the rest of my meal, I had some chickpeas, some broccoli, mushrooms, and wild rice with tahini. On Thursday, I had the same breakfast again. I mean, this is the breakfast I eat basically every day. For snacks, I just packed a banana and some apple slices. Then I came home for lunch that day, so I had some broccoli, green beans, peppers, chickpeas, cilantro, wild rice, topped that with nutritional yeast, and tahini. Then for supper, I had basically that exact same meal, except I put in some tortilla wraps because I wanted to use the rest, and I dipped in barbecue sauce. So that's all I ate in that week, but I tried to recreate the salad that my aunt made me on the next Friday, so I wanted to show you guys. So I replaced green onion with cilantro, and I added in chickpeas like she did. I also roasted some Japanese sweet potato instead of orange sweet potato and some orange peppers, and I cut up some celery and carrots. I also replaced the grain that she used with quinoa, which was still pretty good, and I toasted up some panko breadcrumbs with 2 garlic cloves. Topped it all off with some tahini and that sauce from the tempura stuff, and it was so good. Wasn't as good as when she made it, but I think it was pretty good for my first time. Anyways, that concludes this What I Ate in a Week. I hope you guys liked it and maybe got some inspiration, even though my meals were pretty boring and simple, but that's just kind of the way I eat because I'm lazy and I don't know, that's just what I do. So I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.